Cross your legs, sit nice and tall, and just wriggle your seat bones into the floor. So get really comfortable in that seat. And then take your shoulders up to the ears and draw them back and down. Take your shoulders all the way up to the ears and draw them back and down. Two more, all the way up to the ears. Draw them back and down, all the way up. Draw them back and down. Take your right arm out to the side, reach your left arm up to the sky, and then just lean into a side bend. So just open out through the left side of the body, stretch through the rib cage, through the side of the waist. Try and anchor that left seat bone, that left side of the body, and then switch other side. So left hand down, right arm up, big side stretch, open through the right. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. And bring it back up. Reach the arms up to the sky. Interlace your hands and just cradle around the back of the head. Pull your elbows in. Try and touch the elbows together. Draw the chin in. Big stretch into the back of the neck and the top of the shoulders. Might be quite intense. You don't have to go all the way if it's really tight down into the back of the shoulders. Just breathe as you stretch that out. And then slowly come back. Take your hands in front of you. Come over to all fours. So just get used to bearing some weight down through the wrists. And then we'll mobilize through the spine. So inhale, send your chest forwards, draw the shoulders down. Exhale, arch and round through the spine. Keep moving there. We'll do a full body practice this morning. I've planned classes for the rest of the 30 days, the 30-day challenge. So we'll just try and hit a little bit of everything this morning. And then by Friday, when we start, everything will be planned so that we get a really nice, full, well-rounded practice over the 30 days. Chin into chest, shoulders stretch wide. Inhale, bring it forwards. Exhale, round. You can hold this one rounded. So as you're pushing the hands down, there's strength into the chest. You can pull the navel into the spine, bring even more support around the lower back. Tuck your toes, hover the knees just an inch or so off the ground. Engage through the front of the body, strengthen through the front of the body. And then take it back into downward facing dog. Remember that position you were just in with the knees hovering off the ground. And bring the body forwards again, holding the knees just off the floor, shoulders over the wrists. Take it back, downward facing dog. Bring it forwards, knees hover, shoulders over wrists. Twice more, take it back. Waist in as you lift the hips high and bring it forwards. Take it back and bring it forwards. From this position here, keep the upper body relatively still. Step your right leg back to a plank and then your left leg back. Hold that plank position. Waist draws in. Shoulders are active and strong. And then lower all the way down to the ground. So slowly to the floor. Hands can stay where they are. Try and pull the shoulder blades together and squeeze the elbows in behind the body. In the neck. Inhale without putting pressure in the hands. Lift your chest, squeeze the shoulders back and down. Exhale, slowly lower the chest to the ground. Inhale, pull the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulders, squeeze the elbows to lift. Exhale, lower down. Now reach the arms out in front of you, hands to face one another. Inhale, lift the chest, engage through the back body. Exhale, lower down. Last one. Inhale, lift, reach the arms up. Stay lifted through the chest, bring the hands to the floor. Take it back, into downward facing dog. Lift your hips, pedal through the feet now. So just walk on the spot, stretch through the ankles, through the calves. Walk your feet in towards the hands, all the way forwards. Bend the knees so that you can truly relax the upper body on the lower body. Cradle opposite elbows and just rock from side to side. So just swing that out from side to side. And then let the arms go. Curl up through the spine. So draw the navel in. Roll up through the spine, trying to curl up, bringing the upper body in as close as possible as you roll up. Stand tall, draw the shoulders to the ears, and then send them all the way down. Arms down by the side, chin back into chest, belly button in, so pull in through the waist, curl through the shoulders, curl through the upper back, middle back, reaching down towards the floor, keeping that engagement through the center of the body. Relax the arms, the hands down. And we'll go again, so push into the feet. Tuck the tailbone to initiate the roll up through the spine, pulling the waist in, slowly taking your time. And then stand tall. Reach the arms up to the sky. And then rise onto your tiptoes. So try and keep the spine lifting, the crown of the head lifting. Try not to waver forwards. See if you can stay on your tiptoes, just bend the knees ever so slightly. Pull the navel to spine, hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Go a little deeper, 3, 2, 1. Rest the heels, rest the arms. Chin into chest, roll back down. Pull the navel in. Roll all the way to the floor. Slowly bring it down. And then we're going to come back up and do the same exercise. So pull the navel in. Roll up. This time you know where you're going. So as you start to roll up, there's not going to be a pause at the top. You're going to reach your arms straight up to the ceiling. Lift straight up to the tiptoes. Holding there. Keeping the navel pulling into spine. So there's this slight tilt of the tailbone. You're able to pull in and engage more through the waist. Slowly bend the knees. Holding it there for 3, 2, and 1. Let the feet go. Bring the hands to the waist. So where you've got the fingers on the front of the hips, slightly pull in. So you're not letting go through the front of the belly. You've got that support drawing in. Bend into both knees. So the chest will come forwards, but keep it lifted. Stretch your right leg back behind you. Point the toes. Look to the left knee. So as you bring that right knee forwards, I want it to stay next to the left knee. Don't shoot it further forwards. Keep them together. Extend the right leg back and bring the knees in together. Extend the right leg back and bring the knees in together. So this is option 1, extending that back leg and bringing the knees together. Option 2, reach your arms out in front of you. Keep the shoulders working, knees together. Wherever you are, 5, bring it back. Try and stay nice and bent in that left knee. 4, bring it back. 3, bring it back. 2, bring it back. Last one, hold it back there and move into a high lunge. So reach the arms up. You're on your tiptoes of that back foot. Lower down until the knee just lightly touches the floor. Drive all the way back up. Pull the waist in, lower down. And drive back up. 4, 3. And lift. 2. And lift. Last one, but when you lift up, I want you to just come halfway. Take the hands to the back of the head, similar to what we did standing the other day. So this left thigh is working, but only got 5. So you're going to bring that right elbow towards the left knee, doesn't have to touch. Inhale, come back and open the chest. Exhale, bring it forwards, right elbow to left knee. Inhale, open the chest. 4, 3. Take it back. 4, 2. Take it back. Last one. And take it back. Reach the arms up to the sky. Step your right foot next to the left foot. Reach up nice and tall. And then hinge at the hips. Fold it forwards. Take your hands down to the ground. Relax through the upper body. So just rock left and rock right. Give the head a shake. And then roll up through the spine. So take your time. Coming all the way up. Hands to the hips. Stand tall, lift through the chest, and then bend into both knees. So this time, it's the right knee that stays bent. You're going to stretch your left leg back, toes to tap the floor. And then when you come forwards, left knee meets the right knee. So it doesn't shoot forwards, they meet. Stretch that leg back, and then bring it forwards. So it's like when we do a chair in your yoga practice, you don't want to bring it too far forwards. Here we go for 8. Bring it in. 7. The deeper you can sit in that right leg, the more challenge to strengthen the right knee, the right hip. For the last 5, if you want to extend the arms, reach them out. 4. Waist in. 3. 2. Your last one is going to take you back into a high lunge. So reach the arms up. Lift the chest. A chance to pull in through the waist. Lower that back knee down. And drive all the way up. Squeeze the left glute as you rise up. So lower down. Squeeze the glutes as you rise up. Lower down. Squeeze as you rise. Waist in. 4. And lift. 3. And lift. 2. And lift. Remember, when you come up from this next one, just come to halfway. Hands to the back of the head. So left elbow doesn't need to touch, it just works towards. So inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round and bring the upper body forwards, left elbow towards right knee. Inhale, lift and open the chest. Exhale, round and bring it forwards. 3 more. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. Back to your high lunge, reach the arms up. Step your left foot forwards to join the right and fold all the way down. Walk on the spot, so just move through your feet, your knees, your ankles. And then bring your knees down to the ground. Cross your feet just behind you and take a seat. Plant your feet to the floor. Now, if you have a ball, you can place it just behind the lower back. If you don't have a ball, I'll demonstrate first without, so don't worry about it. Feet down, squeeze your knees together, hands onto the front of the shins. Inhale, lift your chest, so lengthen through the spine. Exhale, really focus on pulling the navel in, slightly curl into the lower back. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, curl into the lower back. Inhale, lift your chest. Try and keep the elbows pulling out wide. Exhale, curl into the lower back. I want you to try and keep this space across the collarbones. Inhale, lift. If you're rolling back into that ball, exhale, you've got a bit of resistance to push into, so really pull the navel in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it back. Okay, one more, so lift the chest. And then stay in that rounded position. So two options. You've either got the resistance of the ball or you haven't. Either way, you're going to reach the arms out, extend the right leg and point the right toes. Lower the right foot down, but don't let it touch the ground. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, lower down. Lift it back up. If you've got a ball, push into the ball. If you don't have a ball, concentrate on holding yourself there. Here we go for 5. And lower. 4. And lower. Keep trying to lengthen that right leg. 3. And lower. 2. And lower. On 1. Bend your right knee, place it down. Extend the left leg. So either holding yourself in space or pushing into the ball. Lengthen the left leg away and lift it back. Lengthen away and lift it back. Lengthen down. Lengthen to lift as well. So constantly and always trying to point and stretch through that left leg. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Place the left foot down. Remove the ball if you have a ball. Roll all the way down to the ground. Arms come overhead, so stretch out through the front of the body, interlace your hands, push them away from you, stretch the feet away, point the toes, and then let the arms come down by the side, bring your knees into the chest, and then take hold of the back of the head and curl the head, neck, shoulders up off the ground, so there's some upper abdominal engagement, and you can push the lower back into the floor. At no point do I want your lower back to lift, so keep pushing the lower back down. Tap your right toes to the ground and bring the knees back together. Tap your left toes back together. You can stay looking at your navel and make sure you're always pulling the belly button in. Go for 6. Bring it in. 4. In. 3. And 2. And 1. Both knees in. Hug the knees in, lie back. Just rest your head for a moment. Look to the left and look to the right. And then you're going to keep that right knee into the chest. Stretch your left leg away on a diagonal line. Holding onto the front of the shin, I want you to lift the upper body. So not just the neck, I want the upper body to lift. So your shoulders lift off the ground. Inhale. Exhale to swap. Inhale. Exhale to swap. The more you can lift the chest, the more work through the front of the body. Inhale. Exhale. Pull that left knee in. Inhale. Exhale. Pull the right knee in. 6 more. In and out. So as you're pulling in, you push the air out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lift the shoulders, lift the chest. Last 2. And push the air out. Last 1. And push the air out. Lie back to the ground. Bring both knees in. Relax the head down. Let the arms fall down by the side. Stretch your legs up to the sky. Pull the lower abdominals in. Now try and keep the connection of the back to the floor. So it might mean that you literally just move 2 or 3 inches, squeeze the legs together, lower the toes until you feel tension and hold through the lower abdominals, and then bring the legs back in. That's as far as you need to go. So we lower down, And we bring it back in. Now, if you have a ball, you can place a ball between the ankles. Lower down and lift it back, but you can do exactly the same by squeezing the ankles together. So that extra object is just there for more resistance, but you can still squeeze the inner ankles together. The ball just gives you some work down through the inner thighs as well. 5, 4, don't rush. 2 more, so go at your own pace. And let the ball go. Bring the knees into the chest. Give a gentle rock, a bit of a hug. And then take your knees to tabletop. Now make sure they're not in closer than tabletop. I want your knees to be directly over your hips. So for some of you, you might find even that's a challenge to hold the knees there. Then take your arms up to the sky, have the palms facing down to the knees. Inhale, stretch your left arm back, but don't let it touch the floor. Once you've got it there, you're holding it there, extend the right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back. So first of all, we take the right arm back, hold it there off the ground. Now stretch the left leg away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Now we're going to move a little quicker, but still not rushing. So stretch the left arm back as you extend the right leg out and bring them in. Take the right arm back as you stretch the left leg and bring it in. Just once more each side. Left arm, right leg, and bring it back. Right arm, left leg, and bring it back. Bring the knees in. Take the knees slightly out to the side, so one knee either side of the body. Take your feet up to the sky, reach for the ankles or the feet. Find a bit of a happy baby stretch. We've got one more abdominal exercise here for lower abdominals and inner thighs. So you're going to bring the knees back to that position above the hips, knees and ankles to touch initially. So inside of the ankles touch and the knees touch. Support the back of the head and just lift your head off the ground. So you can rest the weight of the head into your hands. We're not trying to tone the neck, so don't worry about lifting or forcing up. You're going to take the knees an inch away from you. So now already there should be some tension. Open the knees, keep the inner ankles to touch. Close the knees, open the feet. Close the feet, open the knees. Close the knees, open the feet. Now, pardon me, this is option 1. Option 2, reach your arms overhead. So carry on opening the knees, closing the knees, opening the feet. 4, 5. Close. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the feet down. Keep the arms reaching back. If they were behind the head, stretch them back. Stretch the legs out. Point the toes. Big long reach. And then we're going to go both ways. So just roll the way. That means you can see me. So lie onto your side. For me, the left arm is out underneath me, but I just want you to be able to see. So you just go whichever side you need to. Take your top hand and just check you're not dropping into the waist on the bottom side. You're going to lift the right leg, keep the right foot relaxed, and lower down. Now, as you lift, you're trying to reach away and lengthen. As you lower, you're also trying to lengthen and stretch. So try and make that right leg longer and make it longer as you lower. Go 5 more this pace, nice and slow. And 4. Think about that bottom side waist so you're not dropping into the waist. You're not just letting go through the upper body. 2, 1. Hold it up there. You're going to need to use that top hand now for more support just in front of the body. Lift your bottom leg, try and bring it to meet the top leg, and lower the bottom leg down. Lift the bottom leg and lower. Lift the bottom leg and lower. So inner thighs and both sides of the waist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest both legs down. Bend both knees. Bring the knees right in front of the hips so we have that right angle position. Lift the top leg. Open it as far as you can without that top hip rolling back. Kick the top leg away. Extend and straighten. Bend the top knee. Lower the leg all the way down. Lift the bent knee. Extend and straighten. Bend the knee. Lower it down. Lift to open. Extend and straighten. Bend the top knee. As you lower, make sure that top knee is coming on top of the bottom knee. It's not falling short. 4. Bend and lower. 3. Extend. Bend and lower. Last 2. You'll notice a big difference as you're lowering that knee if you really try and bring it forwards so that it doesn't fall short of the bottom knee. I hope that makes sense because it makes a big difference to you. Okay, after your last one, push up. So staying on that side, but we're going to take the bottom hand underneath the shoulder. Still the knees bent so your ankles are in line with your hips. Take your right hand onto the hip. As you inhale, you're going to push into your bottom shin and open the top knee. Lower down, hips can lightly touch the floor and drive back up. Lower down to lightly touch. Drive back up. 4. When you open that top knee, try and squeeze the glutes at the back. 3, 2, and last one. Okay, now have a seat. Whichever leg was your bottom leg, stretch it out in front of you and step your other leg over. So for me, the right leg was on top, so I'm going to bring the right thigh over. You'll know if you've got the right one, because you'll be able to feel the stretch. Wrap your opposite arm around and just take a twist. So looking over the bent knee to the side, and you'll really feel that on the side of the hip. If you're not feeling it, you're probably stretching the wrong side. So switch it over and see how that feels. Okay, other side. So I'm lying on my right, you just go the other way. Reach that bottom arm out so you have somewhere to rest the head. So that top hip, just be careful it doesn't rock forwards and back. Try and keep it still. Make sure there's a little bit of a lift underneath the bottom side waist. Lift your top leg. Keep the foot relaxed and lower down. Lift the leg. Keep the foot relaxed and lower down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So just nice and slow, trying to lengthen as you lift, lengthen as you lower, lengthen as you lift, lengthen as you lower. Go for 3, seeing if you can keep that top hip still. 2, on 1, hold it there. Now this top hand, you're going to need a bit more support into the ground. Lift your bottom leg to meet the top leg and lower. Lift your bottom leg to meet the top leg and lower. 5, lower. 4, lower. 3, and 2, and 1. Rest both legs. Bring the knees in line with the hips. Top hand to the top hip. Lift and open that top knee. When you get to the top and there's resistance from the muscles in the hip, you can stretch that top leg out. Bend the top knee. Lower it down. Make sure that top knee is coming on top of the bottom knee, not falling short. Open. Extend. Bend. And lower. Open. Extend. Bend. And lower. Just 4 more. Lift. Extend. Bend. And lower. 3. So if you feel like your leg's about to drop off, keep going. 2. Try not to rush the last 2. Make this last one really slow, meaningful. Lift up. Kick out. Bend the knee. And lower. Rise up. So still staying on your side. Your hand comes underneath the shoulder. Check your hips and your heels are in line, knees are bent. Top hand to the top hip. Inhale, kick into that bottom shin, open the knees and lower. Kick into the bottom shin, open the knees and lower. If at any time your neck is giving you grief, just relax it and look down to the floor. So don't feel you have to hold the head and the neck. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest that down, take a seat. So opposite leg this time. So the leg that was on the bottom stretches out, top leg comes over, wrap around and take a twist. I feel like the traffic is really noisy this morning, so I do apologize. I like inwardly curse every time a big vehicle goes past, which is not very zen, but okay. Come over to all 4s, so hands and knees. If you have a ball, you can place the ball between the inner thighs. If you don't have a ball, just stay. You don't have to squeeze the knees together. You can just stay in all 4s. Everyone tuck the toes. Lift the knees off the floor so we have this flat line through the back. Lower the knees to lightly kiss the ground. Lift them back up. Lower the knees to lightly kiss the ground and lift back up. For 8, lift. So try and keep your shoulders still. 7, lift. 6, lift. Squeeze that ball if you've got it. 5, lift. 4, lift. 3, lift. 2, lift. And 1. Rest the knees. If you have a ball, take it out. Rise up. You're going to come so you can face me with the knees about hip width apart. If you have a circle, grab your circle. If not, don't worry. So my left knee stays where it is. Right leg kicks out to the side. Just be careful your hips don't fall back. So keep your hips pushing forwards. If you've got a circle, take it in your hands, reach it up to the sky, have your fingers long, don't wrap your hands around the circle, have your fingers stretched up. If you don't have a circle, just take your hands to the back of the head. Now try and keep your chest lifted, your body facing forwards, slightly lower to the left side. Hold yourself once you've got that long line down the right, and then bring it back up. Going for 5. And lift. 4. And lift. 3. And lift. 2. And lift. 1. And lift. If you have a circle, take it down to the ground. Let your left arm come down. Reach your right leg off the floor. So balancing on the left knee and the left hand. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Squeeze your glutes to bring the hips forwards. You should find quite a bit of work around the hips. Point the right toes, tap them to the floor, and lift the right leg. Tap to the floor, and lift the right leg. 4, 5. Lift. 4. Lift. 3. 2. On 1, you can rest that leg down, reach the right arm over, so get a good stretch through that right side of the body. And then bend both knees, bring the right knee next to the left knee. Take your circle if you have one, reach it up to the sky, left leg out to the side, or your hands are to the back of the head. You're going to lower down to the right side, create that long line on the left, and bring it back up. 4, 5. Bring it back up. Make sure you're not holding the circle with the hands, but your fingers are long. 3. 2. 1 more. And then the circle can go down to the ground. Right hand, left arm up. So balancing on that right knee. Now, just let your hips drop back and notice how easy that is around the hips. And then drive your hips forwards and feel the strength and the work around the hips. Point the left toes. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. And lift. 4. 3, keep the glutes squeezing forwards. 2. And 1. Rest. Reach that left arm over. Big stretch through the left side of the body. From there, bring both hands down. Rest both knees. Tuck the toes and stretch back into downward facing dog. So feel that stretch through the heels. Lift the hips to the sky. Push your hands down. Push your feet down. Stretch through the middle of the body. Now look to the hands. Take a big step. Right foot to the outside of the right hand. Rest your back knee to the floor. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky to open through the chest, to stretch through the left hip. With that top hand, draw big circles. So 3 big circles to help you really mobilize and open through the chest and the shoulder. After your 3rd circle, rest the right hand down, step back into downward facing. Left foot outside of the left hand. Rest your right knee. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, big circles. 1, 2, and 3. Bring your left hand down. Step back, downward facing. Walk your feet in. Slowly bring them forwards. Relax and let the body fold. Let your head drop down. So no weight. Hold opposite elbows. And just let gravity pull the body forwards. Let your hips lift to the ceiling. Let your hamstrings lengthen. Now push down into the feet. Roll up through the spine. So take your time. I want this to be your slowest roll up through the spine. Engage around the waist. Push into the feet. Pull in through the navel. Slowly take your time coming up. Reach your arms to the sky. Wriggle the feet closer together. Interlace the hands. Inhale, reach as tall as you can. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, reach as tall as you can. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale as tall as you can. Let the arms go. Hands come down behind the lower back. Re-interlace the fingers. Stretch the fingers back. Lift the chest forward. 2 big breaths. In through the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. In through the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. Let the hands go down by the side. Close the eyes. Just notice the space across your chest, the length through the spine. Push the feet into the floor. Feel grounded and feel tall, ready to start the week. Bring your hands into prayer heart center. Bow the chin into the chest. And thank yourself for turning up, for showing up. Good work.